Hello and welcome back to the Kickin podcast, which has gone remote for the first time in its history. My name is Hayley Miller, and hello through the computer screen to my co-host, Emma Drisco.
I don't know why I did that, but hello everyone. So good to be back.
Was that a glitch or did you just wait 10 years to reply?
You know when you have to wait for an extra 30 seconds just in case it doesn't get through? That's what I was doing. We had some technical issues before this, girls, but I'm really glad that we're up and running with our hotspots. So hopefully bill that to the football club because I can't afford 4G.
I was going to say that. Hopefully they're going to cover this my phone bill when it goes over.
But I'm actually seeing you a lot more clearer now, Miller, and your lips are moving in sync, so that's fantastic.
That is good. That is good. That's what we want. Now, someone is missing from the podcast this morning, and it's Mim.
The elephant.
Because Mim's decided not to turn up again.
Oh, that woman. I can't deal with her. She can't pick and choose when she's coming to her job. Seriously.
Well, apparently she's coming back next week, but I'm not sure if we'll have her.
I think to solve this, we need a contract in writing. She's not a part-time casual. She's full-time.
She's full-time podcaster, so I'm not sure. But she's supposed to be producer Mim. Who's producing this?
We can run the show, Miller. We've got this.
Absolutely. Now, before we talk, because we want to talk about ISO and everything, so we might just introduce our guest nice and early today. So it's our very own round 4 rising star, Sarah says Veria. Welcome. How are you feeling about being on the pod?
Hello, ladies. Yes.
Fantastic entry.
Good start.
That's a good start.
Yes. I got the message early this morning and I was like, God damn, I'm finally made it. Like I'm here. No, but yes, I am a bit nervous, yes.
Don't worry about the rising star. This is the biggest thing that's happened to you.
100%, yes.
Now, where are you in ISO at the moment, says?
I'm at home. I'm lucky enough. My parents moved out for me to come in. So
you kicked your parents out of your house.
I kicked my parents out. I was like, I need to see my dog. Don't care about the parents, just need to see my dog, and I'm happy at home.
Perfect. They've gone on holiday.
Whereabouts are they?
What's that, sorry?
Oh, me? Okay.
Go, Drisco.
You both spoke at the same time.
Sorry, I can't read the room because we're not in the same room. Sarah, have your parents gone on holidays?
They have, yes. But they're still working, but they're at a holiday home like 5 minutes from here. So they're still working, but they're classified as on holidays.
Elite.
Yes.
Yeah, lovely. That's fantastic. Now, Drisco, where are you?
I'm at the Antonios with Karen and Ebony.
How's that going?
We're living the dream. I'll tell you that.
You're living the life you love to live?
I've actually even gone out and said, hey, guys, could I move in?
How'd that go down?
They said, we'll think about it. No. We're having a great time. I've got the back room to myself. It's gorgeous. Got a desk. Bed's very comfortable, and it's right next door to my own personalised lounge room.
Is that in the trophy room or all their
Yep, I'm in the trophy
are?
room. Yep. I'm one of their prized possessions.
That is you. You are now one of them. And you've been doing these little challenges. Talk us through that.
Oh God. So we thought we were going to be in here for 14 days. So we thought, let's do a challenge every single day. Karen's been working, so Epps and I run them up during the day. And then we do these challenges at night. So we've done the Chubby Bunny Challenge. We've done the Censored Challenge.
Who won that one?
Juddy, because she said Chubby Bunny the clearest.
Yeah, okay. I never knew how that went. Is it because how many you can fit in? I thought it was how many you could fit in, or was it a tie?
Yeah, it was a tie. So they both fit in 11 marshmallows, and Juddy said it the clearest. So he won. And then last night we did the touch, feel, smell, taste. Touch, feel,
Yeah.
same thing. Touch, smell, taste.
Yeah.
And Epps, she smashed that out because she was the first one, so we gave it to her easy. I'll tell you that. But she couldn't get the goji berries, so
got her on the gojis.
It was, oh my God, I can't.
Says, where are you?
Okay.
So you're at home.
I'm
are
at
you
home.
With anyone?
I'm with Mickey Hyde, unfortunately.
Yeah, what's that like?
No, it's actually been really good. She bought me a coffee while I was doing my work yesterday, so she's being a bit of a housewife.
Oh, that's nice. Can she bring me one? Or she's not allowed to bring me one. Can she order me one?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'll
Actually, do you know what happened to me last night? You will not believe this. I'm never staying in Mandurah ever again. Can't get UberEats here because last night after training, I was like, sweet. Me and Ange were like, cool. What do we feel like for dinner? We didn't really want to cook, so we're like, let's get ribs. Went to order it, and then we're like, oh, it's going to be like an hour till we get home, so we won't order it just yet. And then I went to actually put the order through and press like go, and then it was like, sorry, this is unavailable. Anyway, so our first option was unavailable after all this like waiting to get ribs. Then we ordered. Are you talking? Or is that people in the background, Drisco?
I'm sitting here silently. But I'm also, look at how good my cookies look.
You got cookies.
Can I have one? Anyway, back to my story. Apologies. Thank you so much. Back to my story. So then we're like, okay, we'll go to a different place. Ange ordered a palmy. I ordered a surf and turf. We were so excited about it. Ordered it at 7:45. And I reckon at about 8:30, it was like, oh, this order's been delayed because we can't find a delivery driver. 9:30, they cancelled the order and was like, sorry, the restaurant closed.
That is ridiculous.
Can you imagine how disappointed I was? Ange had already given up at that point. I really stuck it out. Ange gave up and already cooked her dinner and ate it. And then they cancelled it on me, and then I had to cook anyway. So I cooked my own steak, but anyway, it was not going to be as good as a delivered one. That was my ISO experience last night. So I'm never trying UberEats again. Hello, Ebony. Hello, Ebony in the background. I saw a video says of Mickey reading and walking the other day. That's quite impressive, actually.
It was quite impressive, actually. She's trying to get her steps up on her watch, so she decided to walk around the pool and probably about do 20 laps of the pool. And my pool's not very big. But yeah, I'm surprised she didn't get a bit dizzy.
I feel like that's what a lot of girls have been doing, just getting on their daily walk around the property. I know Ange and I have done it. We bumped into each other on our normal route yesterday morning, you know, as you do. And I've seen Gabby do it. I've seen Kate Starr do it. Everyone's been on the set count.
Not the Antonios. We're on a retreat here. So it only consists of yoga, cookie making, naps in the afternoon. But we're actually going to wash the car today.
Look at you go. Now, we've obviously, whilst we're on the ISO, we were doing 14 days, but now we're only doing 7, so that's a big win.
I could probably say my parents are probably happy about that, so they don't have to find somewhere else to stay for another week.
Yeah, that is a good positive for them.
Going back to work is probably going to be a struggle, though, to be honest.
It has been a while. Talk us through, obviously, working away, like working from home. Us part-time casuals, unemployed here, don't know what that's like at the moment, or has been like over the last 5 weeks. So what's it been like being a working girl?
It's been okay. I'm very lucky enough to have a good job, and they're really flexible with it all. But obviously some girls aren't in that same boat, but it was stressful at some stages because obviously I want to help my job out in the same boat, but obviously still make footy kind of happy. But no, so I'm pretty lucky to have such a good job, really.
Has anyone watched any winter? Oh, well, you've been working, so you probably haven't. Drisco, have you watched any Winter Olympics?
Drisco, I know you don't work, so
Just chuck it out there.
Epps and I turned it on yesterday. Again, Kaz is working out the back, so we've got free range of the front side of the house. So what we were watching the skiing, and I think someone did their knee or something. It was like hectic. I was like, nah, I couldn't even look. And like they go so fast down that bloody hill. Oh,
Then all of it. I feel like every sport is dangerous and hectic. And like I don't even know how they do it. They ski down the slope, which is like parallel, horizontal.
See, I feel like though
horizontal, parallel, whatever, vertical. That's the one I want. I want vertical.
And when you watch like the normal Olympics, it's like all good because like they're kind of sports that you can do. You won't do it as good as them, but you can like run or you can you've done hurdles or swimming, whatever. And then you see these guys, and that is extreme.
And they ski down the slope backwards and then do like 10 flips in the air and then land it without breaking anything. It's actually incredible.
Makes no sense.
Sarah Veria is a skater girl. Maybe she should trial for the Winter Olympics. Snowboarding, skate.
Definitely not a skier though.
Are you a skater girl on the old actual skateboard? Can you actually skateboard?
Yes.
Yeah, right. You look like you'd probably be good at that.
Skater girl.
Yeah. Can you go in the bowl and do tricks?
I'm more of like a park girl, so I'm not really like a bowl girl, if that makes sense.
What's your best trick?
At the moment it's only a kickflip, but obviously because of footy I'm a bit scared to do it.
Don't hurt yourself. You can do that in the off season.
Will do.
I got a skateboard for Christmas, so actually it's not a skateboard you can do anything on. But I'm just gonna cruise around on my skateboard in the off season. But I'm also too scared to even just go straight because I may fall off.
I'm too uncoordinated for that.
Now, Drisco, I got to touch on this since we're in just general talking points. How funny that Brendan Favola went to the St Kilda versus the Eagles game yesterday, whilst Hayley was trying to talk up the whole entire podcast last week that they're best friends and he watches all her games, but he never went to one.
Shame job, Hayley. Shame job.
Shame.
Honestly.
Absolutely.
Like, he was literally sitting right behind the goals, like with his daughters, watching our rival team. Ellie, you're kidding yourself. He mustn't be a real Yarrawonga pigeon, I tell you.
Yeah.
It's because he played for the Pigeons and he didn't want anyone to, bring that attention to the Pigeons. All right, so, let's go into, now that we've started talking about football, let's talk about our review of the North Melbourne game and just chatting through the whole entire day because it was a day, I tell you what. I guess, okay, let's just talk about the game, get that out of the way because it wasn't our best. It was our first loss of the season and it wasn't our best display of football. Says, what did you make of it?
Yeah, look, I'm not going to do an early and go, oh, yeah.
Thank God.
But I think we played decent footy. I think, as we said during the week, I think it was just a mindset thing that we all went through. But, yeah, there's some things we can still improve on and work on, but definitely the mindset does impact it a lot.
And look, to North's credit, they played pretty well. So we'll give them that one. How about North Hobart Oval though? The left pocket. Oh, I don't know. It depends which way you're looking at it. Anyway, one of the pockets.
All the pockets.
Literally 45-degree. Were they all like that?
There were no pockets.
No pockets.
They were 45-degree angle straight lines.
Honestly,
out from the goal.
There was no such thing as a coffee shop. Because, buddy, my nana could have kicked in the boundary.
I agree.
In saying that, the oval was so short as well.
There's Ange. There's Ange in the background. We've had Epps in the background. We've had Ange.
There's Nicky. Says his eye.
Don't know what he's doing.
She's making your next coffee or something.
Making my coffee. It better be on that.
Yeah.
But no, in saying that, the oval was really short as well. Like there was probably a 10 centimetre gap between the square and the 50-metre line. Don't you reckon?
Yeah, that too. Yeah, it was tiny.
Close.
But we played a good game of backyard cricket on the
We
oval
did.
pre-game. The reason why we had to, people are going to be like, as if you played backyard cricket on the oval pre-game, but it was only because we had such a long time to wait. I reckon, Drisco, you'd tell this story pretty well. Tell us about the day, like when it started, and then talk us through it all.
Oh, my God. It was the most hectic day of my life. So we woke up Sunday morning, had to go downstairs, drop our second bag off. We'd already dropped one bag off, drop the second bag off, take the, you know how, like, it honestly gives me the ick thinking about packing bags and getting them to the truck and then the truck going to the airport, on a plane, off the plane. This day is a nightmare for us. We then, lucky we have great staff because obviously they did that all for us, but
we didn't have to do any of
but besides the point, just thinking about it hurts me. So got the bags down. All right, let's go. Get ready for game day. Perfect. Gets to around 10 o'clock. We're ready to go. We get in the bus, go to the airport. Then we get taken out. We walk out to our Virgin Australia plane, get on the plane with North, and then we fly 45 minutes to Tassie, get in, get off the plane, straight onto the tarmac, into the bus, driving into Hobart. Only good part of this was that it is absolutely stunning. I've never been to Tasmania, and there was this bridge and all these houses on the outside of the water. It was gorgeous.
It was gorgeous. There's so many hills.
Oh,
scenery.
It was beautiful. Then we get to the ground 3 hours before we play. Got out the cricket. Needed a coffee.
It wasn't 3 hours. Well, it was an hour before we needed to start getting ready anyway.
Okay.
But okay. 3 hours sounds hectic.
We'll take 3 hours.
We'll take 3 hours. Sat and twiddled our thumb for 3 hours. Watched Ollie Webb eat hot chips, wanting some of them.
Hang on. Kate Starr did an MVP coffee run.
That was elite. Elite.
It was good.
That was elite preparation. See, everyone pulled their weight. Anyway, continue on. We played a game of football.
It wasn't even that terrible. It was just, like Seth said, we were honestly cooked. We come off, we go inside, we're all sad.
Then we fly for another however long it was, 4 hours plus something or other. Then we get back.
This is the best part. The worst part, but the best part of the story.
The best part of the story. We get back to Perth and we have to sit on the plane a little while because, with quarantine and whatnot, the police car rocks up and 4 police get out and, we're waiting around. The bus was a little bit late to come and pick us up from there and take us to where we needed to get our hire cars and stuff. My favourite part was when Drisco had enough and said, what do you reckon would happen if I just made a run for it now? Drisco wanted to make a run for it across the tarmac. I have no idea where you would have gone.
I had my backpack on. I was ready.
Yeah, and you had your backpack on, and then someone was like, no, I think Kano was like, put your backpack down because in about 30 seconds you're going to say, I've had my backpack on, my backpack's heavy, and you didn't even need it on because we clearly weren't moving anywhere anytime soon. I guess, in your defence, it was like 11 o'clock at night and we were a bit tired.
We literally got home, so then my story gets worse from my end. These girls got dropped off to their hire cars to drive to Mandurah. Obviously, you guys have to drive an hour to Mandurah. Totally respect that. We've got 2 sleeping babies on the bus in the likes of Nate Bowers and Leo Webb driving to go find our cars. Then we get in the cars, can't even fit all the suitcases in. Anyways, we left. Juddy and Epps, myself, got back to the house. No power. The cats have vomited everywhere.
Why did you have power?
Melbourne time.
And it didn't come on for ages, did it?
We had to get ice to put in the bath to keep our food cold.
Yeah, and it was 1 a.m. by the time I got home to my Airbnb in Mandurah, oh look, it's Juddy.
Hey, Gaza?
Juddy.
I'm trying to work, but all I can hear is the podcast getting
this time it was 1 a.m. Perth time, 4 a.m. Melbourne time. We'd pretty much been up from 8 a.m. to 4. Well, not actually up before that because our bags had to be down at 8 a.m. So up at least 7, and still up at 4 a.m. and have played a game in that time.
Honestly, I think that all three of us in this household said, I'm absolutely done at least 7 times.
Oh, dear. Anyway, it's done now. And now we're in ISO, and it's only a 7-day ISO. So
that's
happy
what resilience
days.
is made of, girls.
All right, let's get to you, Sez. Let's ask you some actual questions instead of us just complaining about life. Talk us through. See, this was hard because I actually don't know that much about your backstory. So now I'm just going to learn a whole lot about you. Tell us about where did you grow up, what's your family situation like, all that kind of stuff. Talk us through your
Where did you come
childhood.
from? Where did you go? Where did you come from?
So I was little spin. I was born in Kwinana, so not too far from where I'm at now. So I played Auskick. I grew up with 2 brothers and a sister. They're all older, so I'm the youngest. Was literally just like footy my whole life. Like I don't think there was a day where I didn't think about footy, and there was always like a footy in my hand, like with my brothers, and just always having a footy around the house, which is absolutely crazy. To be honest, when I think back on it.
So you obviously always played footy.
Always played footy, yeah. So I played all the way through Auskick, so I was probably about 5 years old.
Yeah, nice. Did you stop playing at any point?
No, I've played all the way through. I don't think I've missed a year, which is a bit crazy, to be honest, thinking about it.
With the boys, obviously, for a bit?
Yeah, with the boys. I think I stopped playing with the boys when I was 12, and I went down to Peel and started youthies down there, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, nice. And you said, you got 2 brothers. And this is what I got from your Wikipedia page. They play footy for South Freo, is that right?
Yes, yeah, that's great.
And so Stephen and Brendan.
Stephen and Brendan.
Stephen was on Richmond's list in 2012.
Yep.
Never played a game, but we won't go into that. That's fine. If you get onto an AFL list, it's pretty impressive. Does your sister play?
She used to play like in Auskick, but then she got really into boxing, which is quite weird because she's such a real quiet person. So yeah, she did like nationals and stuff for boxing, she went pretty high up in.
Wow.
But yeah, had to stop from an injury, which is quite sad. But she's a nurse now, which is weird, from boxing to nursing.
Did you ever play any other sports or just footy?
I played basketball for a bit, but just for fun, really, like on the off seasons of footy.
And what about your journey to Freo? You were the first pick in 2020 for Freo, 14th overall. What was your journey to Freo? Obviously, you said you played from 12 years old at Youth Girls Peel. What happened from 12 years old to, I assume it was 8? You were 18 when you were drafted.
18.
What happened in those years to get you to where you got to?
So still obviously at Peel. I think I was 16 when I played my first league game, and then got picked up with States under 18s. Obviously did all the school sport girls with like under 12s, and there was under 12s back then, and then under 16s, and then it changed to under 15s. And then a couple of years of National Academy, did it with Drisco. She was my roomie back then. We were roomies.
Wow, the nodes really came out then.
They did, yeah. Got a bit excited there. A couple of years of nationals, and then through with States, and then lucky enough to got picked.
You went to the draft combine, I assume?
Yes. But I
Yes.
was
How was that?
injured. I was injured at the
you
time,
injured.
so I couldn't do.
Didn't you break your kneecap or something?
I did an impaction fracture. So I did that in.
Right, so you landed on it.
Yeah, so I did that in a grand final and still played it all through.
Yeah, I remember you beat us.
Oh yes, sorry. Dang.
Yes. Anyway, that was the grand final that Peel beat Subi. Anyway.
Wow.
Anyway, we won't talk about that.
It's the last grand final I played in.
Moving on, peacekeeper.
Moving on. Moving on. We're glad you're at Freo now. You're on my team, not against me. You were okay. Let's go into your rising star in round 4. Was that for the game against Collingwood or Western Bulldogs? So I'm real confused about what's happening here.
Collingwood game.
Collingwood
Yeah.
one.
Collingwood
Very good. Obviously, this year you've had certainly a breakout year comparatively to previous years. You've only been here too. Compared to last year, obviously another year under your belt, but you've been a bit more consistent in the back line this year. Do you think that's been the difference for you, or is it just a year older? What do you reckon's been the difference?
I think probably playing in the back line, because last year was my first year I ever played forward in any type of footy really. And probably just being a second-year player, feeling more confident around the girls and actually gelling with everyone has probably made me feel a bit more confident with my footy.
Do you have any other questions, Drisco, about
No, I just
football?
want to say I'm absolutely loving having Sez back. She's so composed, and we know how erratic I am, so we need a lot more players like Sarah. We know when she's got the ball in hand, she's going to, her disposal is going to be 100% accurate. I could pick her to kick. You know, if I was to pick someone to nail a kick, I think I'd pick Sarah Veria. And I do call her Sarah Veria at the game. She knows it. She vouches for that.
I do know it, yeah.
I love saying her full name. It's great.
It's one of those that you'd like to say the whole way.
You haven't got the middle name in there.
That's sweet. Oh, yeah, what's your middle name?
That's Elise.
Guess.
Is it
Oh,
Natalie?
I was going to get her to guess.
What did you say?
That's not what she said.
Natalie.
Now you can guess.
Now you can guess because you didn't hear it.
You didn't hear it.
Well, I guess Natalie.
Starts with an A.
Anna?
Anna. No, it's Elise.
Sarah, Anna,
With
Veria.
an A.
Alice, not
Alice.
Elise.
Not with the E, with the A.
Not Alice.
Not Alice. It's completely different.
Alice in Wonderland.
Oh,
Alice. That's pretty.
Elise.
Pretty
It is.
name.
What's your name? You know what? This weekend, Hayley.
I don't
I'm
like this.
gonna yell out. Go, Hayley Miller.
Okay, that sounds good because that's my full name.
What? Oh yeah, you don't have one. That is so crazy.
Yeah. Crazy.
Crazy.
I might send an
Yeah.
email to your
My
parents about that.
mum hated her middle name. My mum hated her middle name, so she didn't want to give me or my brother one. Didn't want it to be Irene. I'm glad it's not Irene. That's my mum's middle name that she hates.
Irene, Hayley, Irene. What's your brother's name?
Ben.
Ben Miller.
Benjamin.
That sounds like off a movie. We're the Millers.
We're the Millers. There you go.
That's
All right, back to you, Says. Tell us about your dog Arlo, because I
Arlo.
just want to know what breed he is. What would you call him?
In our family, we call him a sausage doodle because he is a Labradoodle cross miniature dachshund. So he's like a sausage doodle. It was a complete accident. There was 7 of them that popped out, but yeah, it was pretty hectic.
That's so
wow.
good. That's so
Says,
funny.
do you still have Rodney or not?
Rodney's here, yes. My brother's moved home. He's actually moved out to Alice. He's working out in Alice Springs. So Rodney's chilling with us at the moment. He's a little rocket, that man, but that is Arlo's dad. So
I'm sorry.
which is so crazy.
What?
So is he the poodle or the
He's a
Dachshund.
sausage dog. He's a dachshund.
What a name for a sausage dog. Rodney the Rocket.
Rodney.
Rodney?
Can you please get the dogs and show me them?
Do you want to see the
one
dogs?
of them?
Are they around?
Rodney,
I'll go down.
come on.
Let's go.
Rodney.
Let's see where they are.
Oh my God.
Oh, we're on the move. The podcast's on the move.
We're on the move here. Oh, God.
Oh, this is great.
Oh, here's Mickey.
This is Ebony doing the washing in the background. Oh, Mickey, welcome.
Showing Rodney and Arlo.
There they are.
So there's Rodney the Rocket.
Oh my God.
So yeah.
Hi, friends. We're all the trough.
All right. Are you going back upstairs now, or
Going back upstairs.
Sorry, Says. I just needed to
Okay.
see that.
it's really important? Now, whilst you're on your way back, my sources have told me apparently you can do a good seagull noise.
Oh no.
I'd like to hear it, please.
Oh my gosh.
Under pressure now. Oh God, that was nodes. The nodes. The nodes got me. Hold on, give me a minute. There's the seagull.
I quit my job on the
God.
podcast. It's the only job I have.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Don't know where I
Oh.
learned that from, to be honest.
Yeah. How did you find out you could do that?
Well, one of my friends at school could do it, and I was like, damn, I want to do that. So I was like, I don't know why. But yeah, I figured it out and learned it.
Oh my
What a party
gosh.
trick.
That's what I did at school. No school, just learned how to
I've
seagull.
also been told to ask you about moving in with Gemma. I assume they mean Gemma Houghton.
Gemma Houghton, yes. So me, Morrow, and Gemma will be moving out shortly. So that's going to be a bit hectic, but it'll be an experience, I think.
Where are you moving to?
So Gemma's girlfriend has just built a house in Wellard. So there's a couple of rooms. So me and Morrow are squeezing in there.
Oh, good luck to you.
Yeah, right. What a house.
So I might be moving
best.
out back home soon, I guess.
We'll see how that goes.
See
Yeah,
how
you
it
tell
goes.
Mum and Dad, actually, I might be back. I might be back
Mum,
any minute.
Yous are moving out. I'm living here.
All right, Drisco, you're on.
Okay.
Your quick fire.
Here we go. What is your favourite number? Is it 5? And why do you wear that number? So maybe that's like 3 questions in one, but just answer them all.
So 5 is my favourite number. Got lucky enough to have number 5. I don't know. I think I just always had it as a kid, and I've just always grown up wearing number 5.
What number do your brothers wear?
So they've changed over the few years, but Brendan is usually 15 and Steve was 11. And I think my dad was 10 when he was playing footy.
Right. What is your go-to cheat meal? I called it a guilty pleasure and got absolutely roasted on here because it's nothing kinky. So
Guilty pleasure. I really love a good bangers and mash, like a good traditional bangers and mash. So I think that's my
that is not a cheat meal. I would have bangers and mash.
That's just a
like-
normal meal.
Like I'm thinking like dirty burger or something. Like
Oh, there's actually a really good burger place that does good burgers with like onion rings and stuff in them. That's pretty good.
stunning. What would be your dream career?
I think I always wanted to do like vet nursing type of thing. Obviously, footy was my number one. But I always wanted to do vet nursing, which I was looking into a couple of years ago. But I think I just wanted to play footy and just have a job on the side.
Well, hopefully one day you'll just be full-time footballer.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it would be nice.
Last one. What would be your this isn't big matter, but what would be your peak and trough for the trip?
I was talking to Mickey before about this. I'll start with the peak. I think my peak was Gemma's singing on Michaela Morrison's story. If you've seen that, I think that was I've never laughed at a video that much before in my
And
life.
Celine Dion.
That was very
I
good.
think it was so good. It was great. My trough was probably, so a couple of girls obviously got scooters on the trip. And Mickey Hyde was like, yeah, order a scooter. So I ordered a scooter for same day delivery. So I paid an extra $15 for this scooter to get same day delivery. And then I looked on my emails and they said they tried to deliver it. And obviously I got no scooter for the whole trip. And yesterday I got an email and it said it has been delivered. So someone in room 1205 is living it up with my rain scooter.
No.
Nah.
That's my trough. I didn't get my scooter. But no, I've sorted it out and I'm getting a refund.
Yeah, good.
Good.
Oh, I was going to say, are you going to get it flown over here or?
No, they've sent it back to Big W. So
Wow.
Yeah.
Getting a refund.
We're moving on to Miller's mailbag because usually this is Mim's mailbag, but you know what? She's never here, so we've had
There's
to
no
rename
elephant
it.
in the room today.
There is no elephant in the room today. She is nowhere. Look, she doesn't even rock up now. At least she used to rock up but not do anything. Now she just doesn't come. Gabby O'Sullivan, she asks, do you have the capacity to put on muscle mass? That's rude,
No.
Gabby. So rude.
No.
She's trying, I'm sure of
I'm
it.
trying, Gabby.
Are you
My
still
little
in the noodle
noodles. I'm still in the noodle club, yes. My little noodles are trying, Gabby.
Brianna Hyde asks, be honest, how painful is ISO with Michaela Hyde?
Yeah, it's pretty painful. But the coffee really did get it overboard, so I think she's topped it off there.
From Aphrodisiac, who is your favourite AFL men's player?
Scott Pendlebury.
Are you also best mates with Fev?
No.
Well, he hasn't come to watch your game either.
Okay.
So-
Fun fact, Scott Pendlebury messaged me privately if this is incorrect, but he actually has a honey sandwich before he plays.
Yeah, me too. I
Where'd you
got
get that
from
info?
Scott Pendlebury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a honey sandwich too because of him?
Well, I have honey on toast. Not really a sandwich, but I have honey on toast. That's always my game day meal, my breakfast.
There you go. All right. Jan asks, have you got the best kick in the team?
Oh, God. I think Pewie's got a decent kick.
But not the best kick in the team.
No comment. No comment here.
Damn, I thought you were going to say it then. Look, I think you've got a very, very good kick, and I reckon it'd be close to, if not the best
Absolutely
kick in the
agree.
team.
Thank you.
Brianna Hyde again says, is it true you have fingers for toes?
That
Are
is
they
true.
really long?
I got long toes, yeah.
Show me.
Okay, can you show us, please?
Foot fetish. We're not having foot on.
Just like this. Just put your foot up. Just put your foot
Okay,
up.
fine. Oh, this is going to pull my hammy.
They're not even long.
Oh, yeah, they look pretty long. They don't look that long from that angle, but
My third toe.
you're
not
going to have to
that
send a
long.
photo into the...
My third toe.
Your third toe.
Your third. Or actually, Drisco, you've got some weird feet.
Oh, your third.
Drisco's got some
Guys,
interesting
it
feet.
means if your second/third toe is longer than your big toe, it means you're fast. So there, you have it.
All right, moving on. Maddie Fenwick asks, where did you get your scooter skills from?
Probably the guy
Well, she
that
doesn't
taught
have a
me how to
scooter.
do. I don't have a scooter. But the guy that taught me how to do the seagull.
This is too much.
Do you have a scooter gang at school?
Yeah, we did actually, to be honest.
Gabby O'Sullivan, back again, asks, why is your nickname Cheeks?
Well, she's the only one that calls me Cheeks.
Yeah, she's literally the only one. Why does she call you that?
So before I did get drafted, it was in that year, I got bitten by a spider on my bottom, on my bum cheek. And I got a really bad infection from it and I had to go to hospital.
I was going to say, that would be funny if you didn't get so sick from it.
Yeah, I got pretty sick from it. It was probably the worst pain I've ever. That's probably more painful than when I did my knee.
Wow.
Like it was. I was in pretty it was hectic.
That's so
But yeah, she's the only one.
unlucky. How did you?
She's the only one that calls me Cheeks.
That's so unlucky. How did that even happen? What type of spider?
I've got no idea. This was when I was in my second year of nationals, so I was in Darwin at the time.
Ooh.
So yeah.
Gabby follows on from that and says, was it actually a spider that bit her on the butt? I don't know what she's implying there.
Yeah, Gabby, what are you
No,
talking
Gabby,
about?
it was a vampire.
Anyway, well, now that we've talked about all our talking points, well, that's the end of Miller's mailbag, by the way. That's what we've got for that. Now we've talked about all our talking points, so this is it. How have you enjoyed your podcast experience?
It's good.
Have you got anything else you'd like to say?
Not really. Like I said to you guys before, I'm glad I just didn't have to hold that bloody microphone.
Yeah, it's heavy.
You've come in at a good time.
Obviously, my little noodles wouldn't be able to handle that.
Definitely not.
No.
Mine can't even handle it, so you definitely couldn't.
No.
But you've been able to do this from the comfort of your own home.
Yeah,
what an experience.
You guys seen Arlo and Rocket Rodney, so it was an experience.
Fantastic. Now, Drisco, I'm going to do the little outro and then you get yourself a quote ready, okay?
I've got to look.
I gave you one earlier this week, remember?
Oh, yeah,
But you pick whatever one you want. Pick whatever one you want. Thanks so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. We'll be back for more next week and we'll see you then. Drisco.
I don't know. Oh, hang on.
Would you like me to get
You
the
read
quote
yours,
from
and
here?
then I've got a list of.
All right.
And show the pamphlet.
Okay, so I came. The first thing I thought of when we got to the Blue Sun Beach House, that's what this house is called. They had this little pamphlet that's got some history and whatnot, and it says at the top, "Live life, don't let life live you." And I was like, perfect. That's it. That is the podcast quote.
I reckon we leave it at that. Say it again.
All right, and then we're gonna end straight on that. Okay, ready? Live life.
Live life.
Don't let life live. Well, you stuffed me up. Live life. Don't let life live you. And live the life you love to live.
And live, love, laugh,
Thank you
and
very
eat,
much,
pray,
everybody.
love. See you later.